The vision is boring, but the Saturday night's main event definitely wasn't. Now we kicked the show with a 6-woman tag team match between Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, and Jade Cargill, B-Fab, and Michin. I loved the gear of Jade's faction. I honestly think this match should have been the main event. I'm a big fan of the Rhea, Charlotte, and Alexa trio. I still don't know how to feel about Jade's faction. The starting sequence between Rhea and B-Fab was super fun. Charlotte went for a clothesline, but she did a flip and it kinda looked awkward when it landed. I do have to say the crowd was pretty hot throughout this entire night. Michin did a Styles Clash, which was a little nice callback to 2022. I do have to say Rhea has a great headbutt. Michin and Rhea attempted the Zelina and Rhea spot where she went over her head, but again for the second time it looked awkward. Some of the things in this match were pretty sloppy, but one thing that definitely wasn't was Alexa when she slapped Jade in the face. That was a great slap. And when Jade wanted to attack Alexa, Charlotte delivered a great big boot. Michin tagged in Jade, but Charlotte was a little late with attack to Rhea, so that looked kinda awkward. They had an exchange where you could see how Jade is lacking because Rhea delivered these great punches while Jade, well, she did something, I guess. I do also have to say Rhea has a great super kick. Charlotte and Rhea were going for a handshake and Alexa Bliss kinda looked like she was left out, which may result in Alexa turning heel. And I do believe that the match at SummerSlam for the Women's WWE title is gonna be Rhea versus Charlotte versus Alexa in a triple threat. Now, a triple threat and Clash in Italy is not gonna be happening because Jacy Jayne did not get involved in this match. But overall, this is a pretty good 6-woman tag team match and I would rate it an 8.5 out of 10. Second match of the night was Becky Lynch versus Sol Ruca in a non-title match, and this was pretty much a nothing match. It lasted a little over 2 minutes. Becky attacked Sol before the match and then got into an argument with Jessica Carr as in almost every single one of her matches. Actually thinking about it now, Sol got pretty greatly showed off in this match. I love the dead top rope clothesline from Sol Ruca. She really does have some incredible athleticism. Becky tried to go for the manhandle slam, but Sol reversed and she hit Becky with some pretty shit forearms, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Then Sol tried the Soul Snatcher on Becky, but Becky moved Jessica in the way, so she hit it on her and the match ended in disqualification. After the match, Becky once again attacked Sol Ruca and then backstage told Becky to go fuck herself because she's gonna be defending the title at Clash in Italy against Sol Ruca, and I'm hoping that this match is gonna go 15-20 minutes. I think it could be a really great match. And then we got to the third match of the evening, which was the Intercontinental Championship between Ethan Page and Penta. They somehow Def Rebelled Ethan Page even though he already had a theme song from Def Rebel. I don't know how, but they somehow were able to do it. I'm personally a massive fan of the pyro budget being blown on Penta's entrance entirely, but what I'm not a massive fan of is Lillian Garcia. I just don't like the way she pronounces things. I don't know, not the biggest fan of her. Ethan Page delivered a great dropkick. I love a good super kick and Penta does have a great one. I also do have to say that I've seen Penta get launched across the announce table quite a few times and I kind of feel like it's getting overdone. Also, something that I love with Penta is his chop. Also, I love his step up enziguri and he's just so smooth with everything. He makes everything look super awesome. His tope con hilo is beautiful. I'm not the biggest Ethan Page fan, but I do have to say he's a super great heel. I'm a big fan of the slap exchanges and in the middle of the match we got a great one, so massive plus points for that. There was a good reverse into the confidence breaker. Also, something that is getting overdone is the unbuckling of the turnbuckle. I've seen it in a lot of matches recently in the WWE and that's what I feel like is happening with so many things, is they're getting so much overdone, not just in the WWE but in wrestling in general. Overall, this was a great babyface versus heel match. I feel like it was the perfect Saturday night's main event, old school type of match and type of vibe. And to end the match, we got a great Mexican Destroyer. I would give this match a 7.5 out of 10. Then we got a match that I don't have much to say about, and that is Paige and Brie Bella versus the Irresistible Forces for the Women's Tag Team Championships. I really do think that at WrestleMania, Lyra Valkyria and Bayley should have won those tag titles. The match started off pretty good. It was pretty fast paced, but then it got sloppy, it got slower. There wasn't really much anything that happened. Brie Bella and Paige retained. I really do think it's just a nostalgia act, and both of them are not even that old, but somehow they're not really that fast. They're not really doing anything that special. I don't know. Overall, I would give this match a 3 out of 10. And then we got to the main event of the evening, which for whatever reason was The Vision versus Street Profits for the World Tag Titles. I thought the Street Profits were gonna win and they were gonna become the new World Tag Team Champions, but they didn't. So now I'm thinking that Montez Ford is is gonna turn heel on Angelo Dawkins and they're gonna have their singles feud. But let's not talk about the future, let's talk about the past because that's the match. And let's talk about what happened in the match. So I think Montez is super funny and Angelo is also really underrated. It started off with a quick roll up by Montez on Theory, but then it got a little bit slower as almost every single main event of a PLE or Saturday Night Main Event or Monday Night, basically every WWE match ever, Montez then showed off his great arm drags and a great dropkick. After a shit ton of time, they were finally able to get that arm thing over there. The Vision wanted to run away, but the Street Profits were able to catch up to them and they brought him back to the ring. Dawkins hit a great, like genuinely an incredible kick to the ear. Logan hit a massive uppercut to Dawkins and then Logan hit a beautiful splash where he jumped over Theory. Logan then threw Montez off the apron where Montez fell on the steel steps and it looked super brutal. Dawkins hit a double neck breaker after a reverse from a splash. Montez then got tagged in and hit the highest elbow I've seen in a hot minute. Logan hit a great box shot lariat. Montez was standing pretty far away, so I was like, is this gonna land? But he did, and he made it work, and it was a great box shot lariat. Montez flew from incredibly high, and then Braun Breaker ran out, and he did Braun Breaker shit, which is speared the shit out of everybody, or that's what we thought was gonna happen, but Angelo Dawkins shoved him away, and he fell across the announce table. Then we got a splash from the heavens by Montez Ford. We got a 1, 2, but Paul Heyman was able to put Austin Theory's foot on the rope. Logan had the brass knuckles, but then Angelo Dawkins was able to take him out, and then out of nowhere Theory got the 1, 2, 3 and the Vision retained. After the match, Braun Breaker did what he was supposed to do, and that's spear the shit out of everybody. And now this match was genuinely great. I did not expect it to be so fun, and I'm hoping for a Logan versus Montez Ford match in the future. It also showed off how underrated Angelo Dawkins is because he's genuinely awesome, and it also reminded people of how great the Street Profits are as a tag team. Now, if it wasn't a little bit slower in the start, I would have given it a high rating, but still, it's an 8.5 out of 10 for me. This was a pretty good Saturday Night's Main Event in my opinion. Let me know down in the comments what you think about it. Go to my hero, and I'll see you in the next video.